Rich Hampton. I'm 59, turned 60 in December. Lived in Carlinville most all of my life except for the 4 years I spent in the Marine Corps.
My name is Michelle Hampton. I am 54 years old. We have been married 30 years. It'll be 31 years this October.
Early stages of my illness, the infection took over. It was almost within probably 8-9 hours. As the day progressed on, it started getting worse, and I told her, I said, I think I've got something more than just a cold. She brought me out here, and they tested me for COVID, and it popped COVID quick. I ended up in the COVID wing, and it just progressed from there. They couldn't get air into my lungs, which forced me to ICU up in Jacksonville. Dr. Hollum was my doctor, attending physician. I remember distinctly the day he came into the room and he said, "Rich, your respiratory system is failing. It's failing quick." He said, "It's just a matter of time. If we don't ventilate you," he goes, "you're not going to make it." And so I told him to go ahead and vent me. And at that point, I just knew that come what may.
So the amount of days that Rich was actually on the vent was 35 days. He was a total of 96 days in the hospital from December 13th through March 18th.
From my perspective, when I was in ICU, so I'm out of it. You know, I'm under so much heavy medication, I couldn't even tell you if it was day or night. But for her, it was very important, you know, from the aspect of it being right here, accessible to her, because that's where she needed the most support.
Throughout the pandemic and through other challenges that have come through our door, we've really proven that we have all these skills to do this, and we started asking ourselves things that we typically would transfer to a bigger facility. Why are we transferring them? Why can't we do this here? And that comes, well, there's no reason. So really just trying to keep people in their community. We know how hard it is for people, family members, to have their loved one shipped to Springfield, St. Louis, and have to drive there on a daily basis. So really trying to keep them at home and do the same things and get the same care as they would at other hospitals, and just making sure that we're doing everything we can for them and they get the appropriate care in their hometown.
Once Rich was released from Jacksonville and he came back here to Carlinville, the moment that he came here was like the point that I could finally take a deep enough breath to say, okay, Carlinville area, I know a lot of the people that are out here, they finally are going to be able to understand, you know, not only what we are going through as a couple, but what now he needs to help recuperate to get him back into hopefully a normal routine quickly.
I mean, there was a routine every morning where, you know, I had inpatient therapy. I'd have 5 or 6 people in my room, you know, every morning, which was great, you know. And we had a routine that we went through, but there were downtime. And to have, at that time and period, somebody walk in just to visit for 10, 15 minutes, yeah, that was good. It was good.
I really strive to make sure that the nurses have that one-on-one patient experience with all of their patients. I strive to keep our patient ratios low so that they have the time to really get to know the patient and connect. A lot of times that connection is what makes their stay for them. We know nobody wants to be in the hospital, and we try to make it as, you know, as comfortable as we can for them and make sure that they know we're here for them. But also a lot of times in that candid conversation, things that we need to know come out that we weren't aware of. The patient may not think that it's part of their stay, but just simply saying that they have 3 steps going into their house, it might alert us that, oh, we need to make sure that they have a ramp when they go home or something like that. So just really getting to know the patient and knowing what their needs are to help us be successful and help make them successful so they don't have to be there longer.
So Brandy, though, that speech therapy, she just knocked that out of the ballpark, because we kept seeing on a daily basis how you were starting to improve with all of that. So
she's a walking wealth of knowledge. I mean,
Yeah.
she is just amazing. And just as down to earth and personable as you can be.
I feel very fortunate and very blessed that they have been a part of our journey, because without our local hospital, we would probably not be where we are today.
Oh, I guarantee we wouldn't be. Lost in the system, stuck in a room. And you probably would have been harder on you to get to me.
I really think what sets us apart here as far as nursing care is just the connection that the staff have with the patients. They are very caring individuals. They want to do everything that the patient needs and take care of them, and really just making sure that our patient ratios are what they should be, and we're not considering them just a number. So they have the time to take care of their patients at the bedside. They have the time to have the conversations and connect with them, and get to know them on a personal level, but not just a patient that's here with congestive heart failure or pneumonia. We want to see them as a patient. We want to see them as George or Alan or whoever they are, and let them shine through, and just know that we're here for them on a personal level as well.
Having been in management most of my career, if there's one thing that I know, the attitude of the employees is a direct reflection of the management. It's just really amazing to see people who love what they do, and they do.
Another very important thing is the condition that Rich was in when he got here. They all knew They all knew 3 different times I got called over to Jacksonville because he was not going to make it. So they knew the condition that he had been in. They knew the stress that he had been under. Just the simple fact that they went above and beyond to have a personal type of relationship with him. Because in a sense, not only did we call them the dream team, they referred to him at times as the Miracle Man.